Good evening. On March the 1st, the Missouri House of Representatives unanimously approved a resolution to form a special investigative oversight committee with the purpose to investigate the facts surrounding misconduct by Governor Greitens. I want to thank the committee, which included lawyers, law enforcement officers, and other members with diverse professional backgrounds from different parts of the state. Their job was not to make their own conclusions, but to hear testimony and to judge the credibility of witnesses. Let me be very clear about this. This is not a witch hunt, and the committee had no political agenda. The committee's task, and its only task, was to conduct the fairest, the most thorough, and timely investigation possible. Before issuing the report, the committee repeatedly gave the governor the opportunity to testify with his version of the facts. That invitation remains open. In regards to his pending legal proceedings, this report, and I want to be clear about this, does not pass judgment on the governor's guilt or innocence. That is appropriately for the courts and a jury to decide. But the legislature is a separate and co-equal branch of government with a separate responsibility entrusted to it by the Constitution. The House leadership team and the Senate leadership team take this responsibility very seriously. The testimony outlined in the report is beyond disturbing. To that end, the Special Investigative Oversight Committee voted to continue its work to gather additional information that comes to light, and also to expand their mission to provide members a recommendation of any and all appropriate disciplinary action of the governor. The power given to the Missouri General Assembly to take disciplinary action or to remove elected officials from office is one of the most serious and consequential powers the Constitution grants the legislature. We will not take that responsibility lightly. We will not act rashly, but we will not shrink from it. With the limited time left for the General Assembly to complete the work Missourians sent us to Jefferson City to do, Chairman Barnes and the members of the committee have work remaining, and they have informed me that they will not be in a position to provide recommendations to the members of the Missouri General Assembly before the end of our regular session. In order for the General Assembly to remain focused specifically on the tasks Missourians count on us to complete, President Pro Tem Richard, House Floor Leader Vescovo, Senate Floor Leader Kehoe, the Pro Tem of the House, Representative Haar, and I will begin the process of calling a special session so that the legislature has the opportunity to consider any recommendations of the committee. With that, I will take a few questions. We'll start with David. We'll start with Dave. Excuse me. I'll start with David Lee.
Speaker, it sounds like you're saying that there will be no decision on whether to initiate impeachment proceedings until after the regular session is over. Is that correct?
The committee has informed me that they have work remaining to do, and their initial charge was not to make a recommendation. That charge will expand, and they will have the opportunity to come back to the General Assembly with recommendations. On the timeline that we're on now, the committee has told me they will not be in a position to make those recommendations prior to the end of regular session. Jason. Excuse me, Jason.
Have you spoken with the governor about this report?
I have not had the opportunity to speak with the governor. I look forward to the opportunity to share my thoughts with him privately, and I'm not going to comment on him until then. Bob.
Do you anticipate that the extended work will include other matters besides the affair and the things associated with it that were in the report released today?
The report released today represents the committee's best effort to get a fair accounting of the testimony involved in that circumstance. Beyond that, I'm not going to comment on anything that the committee is looking into beyond that. Where's Kirk?
Right here.
Eric, I'm sorry.
Down here.
I saw you earlier.
The governor called this tabloid trash. What's your reaction to that?
Let me reiterate what I said before. This was not a witch hunt. I stand by the committee's report. This was a committee report prepared by some of the most respected members of the General Assembly, who I will note did not make value judgments about the conduct. They simply looked and heard the testimony, did their best job to collect that testimony, and made judgments about what they thought of witness credibility. So I think to the extent that the report is characterized as something other than that, I completely disagree. Thank you all very much.